Hey guys, so I'm going to give you verbal directions for this assignment just because I want to point out a couple things to you, and it's easier to do it via video than texting, like writing out all the directions for you guys. Okay, so like McCandless in the last couple of chapters, he writes letters to a lot of the people he ran into along his journey or to people who meant something to him before he left on his Alaskan Odyssey. And he like thanks them for meeting them, and he points out their good qualities or like why he really enjoyed their time with him, stuff like that. So, in the spirit of that, your assignment this week is going to be to write a letter. Basically, you're going to probably do an email. If you want to do a hard copy of a letter, great, awesome, feel free. But really, all you have to do is draft a letter in an email, okay? And you have a couple choices. So, you guys know Mrs. Percola is retiring this year. In your email sent from, I don't know if it was sent from Mrs. Jokola, you guys, or if it was just sent out to KHS students from administration or something, but in your kingsford.org email, you guys probably have this email right here that says, if you want to write a quick farewell note to Mrs. Percola, to go to the directions, which are right down here, and just follow the directions. It's basically telling you to type up something and add it into a Google Doc, okay? And they have like a Google place for you to go share it. So that's one option. If you had Mrs. Pergola and you want to wish her a happy retirement or say goodbye or thank her or anything like that, you can write to Mrs. Pergola. That's option one, okay? Option two is write to another teacher. It was just Teacher Appreciation Week. So draft a quick letter and thank a teacher. Tell them how they made an impact on you or something like that. You could write to another role model that you might be having in your life. It could be like a grandparent, it could be a coach, it could be somebody who's had like a great or positive influence on you, or that means a lot to you, okay? So a teacher, a coach, a grandparent, a relative, any other figurehead, you guys. And you're going to draft just a quick little letter thanking them, telling them, why they're important to you or how much you appreciate their relationship in your life, something like that, okay? So I want to take you through a couple things. When you guys draft an email, note some of the things on Mrs. Jokola's email right here, okay? You got to ignore this part. This is just her letter to us. But see how she has a salutation right here, hi Flivers. So you always have to address the person you're talking to. A lot of times you guys send me an email and it has nothing. It has no salutation right here, like, hi, Mrs. Walensky, hey, Dubs, something like that, with a comma note. You just like start into the email, and sometimes there's no caps. You guys don't punctuate. It's just like, why is my grade this, question mark, and you don't sign it off or anything like that. So this will hopefully get you guys into writing proper formats when you're like addressing something, okay? So first off, you need your salutation, which is right here. So make sure you do that. It could be like, dear Mr. Whoever, or dear coach, or hello grandma, or whatever it is, okay? But you need some kind of salutation with a comma here. Don't forget paragraph structure. You can indent. She chose to do block style, this is called. Awesome. Either way, doesn't matter. You can indent or not. Just make sure you're writing paragraph and sentence structure, guys, okay? And always proof before you send off, like watch for your spelling errors and stuff like that. Even in email, it will pick up if you guys have spelling errors. And so you only need at minimum a quick couple of sentences. If you're going to say something to Mrs. Percola, it might be just a quick couple sentences or so. Remember, you're going for like wishing them well, thanking them. You want like kind of the personal note that makes it good, guys, is when you make like a special reference to something. Like, I always enjoyed it when, or you always made me feel, or my favorite thing was, or here's why you're important to me, or I'll always remember like you're so humorous or funny, or the way you always tell jokes. But you want to put something specific and personable in there, okay? So you thank them, you tell them something you enjoyed, or why you appreciate their relationship, or why they're important to you, and then you're going to sign off, okay? Like here she has, thank you so much, and then this is her closing, best with a comma, and then Mrs. Jokola. So you could be like, yours truly, or you could just say sincerely, whatever closing you would like to use, something that feels like you. You know what I mean, guys? It has to be stuff that feels like something you would naturally say. So you can Google a few options like different closings in letters or something like that, and then go for one that kind of feels like you, and then always sign it. You guys, you don't know how many of you send me emails and you don't sign them, and I'm like, who is this? Or you don't put a first and a last name, and I'm like, Jack who? And I have like 6 Jacks that year. So just make sure that you guys put, like, sincerely, Tracy Walensky, Kingsford High School sophomore, or class of whatever. You could put your graduating year there, so the person would know. Oh yeah, I remember when I had them that year, blah, blah, blah. Okay? So that's your assignment, guys. You pick if you want to write Mrs. Pergola something. If you haven't had Mrs. Pergola or you don't want to send her a note, pick another influencer in your life, okay? What you guys are going to do when you're done with it is copy and paste the text of the letter into Edmodo so that I can see what the body of your letter looked like, who you went, sent it to, etc. Another option is screenshot it and copy and paste the finished screenshot into the letter, okay? All right, guys, so if you have a copy, I'm sorry, you're uploading it into Edmodo, okay? So look for, it'll say Edmodo, like letter of appreciation or something like that. And then you will either upload your screenshot or copy and paste the text of your body and send it there, okay? Just remember the different parts of an email, guys, so that you're professional. And always, if you go to compose a letter, always make sure you have a subject, okay? And see how when I go to open my email, I have this. You guys can do that. You guys can go into your settings and so you always have your signature here. It could be your email at your school email instead of a phone. This is the school's phone number. You could put your first and last name, Kingsford High School. You could put sophomore class of 2000 and whatever it is. And then you could put like your school email here or the school phone number or whatever you feel comfortable with. But if you create that, guys, it will always be in every email you ever send. So that's kind of a nice thing too, okay? Just don't forget, put in a subject. It should be very brief. Don't forget the salutation, sign up, and make sure we know who you are. All right, and that's it, guys.